M&R Productions was censored. Now he's canceled. The UCS Republic gunship selection has been leaked, and LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is getting 800 new characters. All that and more on the Republic Stud Show. Republic Studs here with the Republic Stud Show. Starting off with our first news story, it is on Michael Bricks versus M&R Productions. So as you guys know, last week M&R Productions was censored by LEGO, which is absolutely crazy and scary. He basically dropped a bunch of rumors, and based on what the comments he left on that video, he never signed any agreements or anything along those lines. He just signed up to basically get and be in the Ambassador Network and get sets. Now, this sparked a controversy because, of course, everything does. And first off, let me say, if there's a thing called the LEGO community and it has drama in it, it doesn't matter. Nothing matters because that's all dumb. It's all really dumb. So take everything here with a grain of salt because it's all stupid and everything's stupid. So basically, the story starts off after Ryan took up his tweet about LEGO making him take down his rumor video, and that confirms the set thing. And he said that, oh, well, my rumor video isn't okay, but 5 in 1 day by another LEGO YouTuber is permissible. Great 10 out of 10 logic. So that was his comment. Take that as you will. And then this guy, Michael Brick, said perfectly balanced as all things should be with a little Thanos meme. And then he was blocked, which, I mean, who cares, honestly? It's all dumb. And then this guy basically goes on Michael Bricks, who is on Instagram with a pretty big following. He's friends with Potter Minifig Pals and Ashen Flash. And he basically is like saying how Ryan screwed up and how he's a bad influence and he has a bad behavior, which I think is kind of petty. And he thinks people are just kissing up to Ryan for whatever reason. I really don't get it. And then this guy brings up an instance in which he was playing an Among Us game in a Discord call, and he said, I don't get why people think LEGO is making a Jar Jar Brickheads. They are clearly making Obi-Wan and Anakin. This is based off of them referencing that in some way, which I can get behind both arguments. I really don't care too much. And then he proceeded to say, Holly in half has brainwashed you, and you believe that you are an effing moron. So that's what Ryan said. Obviously not great, but who cares? I mean, he's an adult human person. And then he said to me to show him the facts, which I did, in quotation marks. He got agitated and yelled at me, saying, that's not how it works, you effing moron. And then he left the call. Now, and then this is why this guy does not like M&R Productions. So he wanted to launch a campaign to cancel M&R like, this is ridiculous. So then later on there was this Bad Bricks podcast with Republic Bricks and M&R Productions, who a lot of people say are controversial figures. But there was a point in time where I cared about controversy in the LEGO community, but I realized it was stupid. And it's just all dumb. He's like, Ryan's saying dumb stuff, this guy's saying dumb stuff. It's all stupid. It's just weird. It's childish. This is pure childness. Listen, yeah, this is purely childish. I'm not a huge fan of this type of a controversy, and he's just very upset about it. And then he thinks he's being such a standing up person and putting like a Captain America, saying let's get this son of a b. And there's lots of vulgarity in this for a LEGO channel. So he's saying, I'm not trying to cancel anyone, not at this point. And then he says he's going to make a Brickbuster. It's a very weird story, obviously. Now, everything here is dumb. I feel like I keep having to reiterate that. None of this is the real world. I mean, basically, this is the level of real world type conversations that we have in politics or anything. Everyone kind of stoops to this childish level, and I wish we could have more civil discourse. And my personal rule is just don't get involved. I just want to report on it because it's funny to me that, like, okay, they're trying to cancel M&R. They've been trying to cancel everyone for the last ever, and I usually don't like to cover this stuff, but hey, it's LEGO news, and also the last video got like 10,000 views, so totally unrelated note, but yeah, so I wanted to cover this. So I just find it funny. M&R was censored, now he's canceled. What's next? I'm really curious to see what happens next. And it should be fun. I'm going to be leaving some clips at the end of this video of the Among Us game, the Bad Bricks, just to combine that. Also, after the video is over, you can skip to that, and I show all the clips, and just a bit of them at least, and you'll take that as you will. I really want you guys to form your own opinions based off of this. Next up, we have news on the UCS Republic gunship. Now, this is obviously very sad news, and it is that we're only getting 2 figures. Now, the rumor currently going is that it's going to be Mace Windu and a clone captain. These are the red Phase 1 clone troopers, and I know, first off, not happy about this. Like, they couldn't have done a worse selection, to be honest. I know a lot of people thought that this was going to have a bigger selection, myself included. And I know what happened, essentially, is, all these UCS sets tend to get lesser selections. It's not a Master Builder Series set. That's what those are for. Like the Ewok Village, the Assault on Hoth, the Cantina, those are all big Cantina selection, or those are all big figure selections. And this didn't come, and I know we were just hoping against hope, but this is honestly just a pathetic figure selection. Mace Windu, I'm curious to see if they just use the one from General Grievous's bike, General Grievous's combat speeder, or if they actually use a new Mace Windu, which would be very nice. I'd like to see Mace Windu maybe with some custom capes or something. I don't know how they do that. But it better have some nice arm printing and side printing and whatever for 2 figures. And then the clone captain should be interesting. Hopefully he gets arm printing. Hopefully he is not a 2020 style like clone trooper. I know. I hope they keep the old Phase 1 style because those are pretty much perfect in my opinion. And there's also like rumors, it's not confirmed to be the clone captain. It's just unlikely. And that could be a clone pilot, but again, unlikely. Now, obviously, this is very sad because Commander Cody and Jedi Bob are not in this. But according to Lifebrick Studios, one of his leakers or informational people, they have stated that there is going to be a Commander Cody Phase 2 sometime later this year. Now, I don't know what that comes in. I don't know what kind of promo that is, but that is going to be absolutely huge no matter what Commander Cody's in, and I'm very excited to see how it goes. Now, next up we have news on some LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga. After that, we have some set news. But first off, we are going to be getting 800 new characters in this game, which is absolutely crazy. And 300 will be playable. My personal picks for ones I want to be playable are the Gonk Droid, Yaddle, just Yarl Poof. Hopefully they have. I want to see some Pablo Jill in there. I just want to see all the rando Jedis. I want to see Clone Troopers too. Now, the thing I'm worried about with this game is, in the Clone Trooper area, is that it's going to be all, like, Phase 2 clones. Like in the trailer we saw, there's going to be mostly plain Phase 2 clones. And we saw that a lot, and it was like when Palpatine was going to rescue Anakin, they were fishing, and those clones were shock troopers, but they showed the plain white ones, which is concerning because I know with the older games, they didn't really care about legions, they just did all of the same color, like Obi-Wan just had a bunch of plain clones, Anakin just had a bunch of plain clones. It really wasn't that interesting in terms of that, so I hope they change that. If not, I think we'll survive, but it's just a stinky situation in that realm. I also hope we get these Clone Wars DLCs. It looks like we're getting a Clone Wars DLC, a Mandalorian DLC, a Solo DLC, a Rogue One DLC, and I personally hope we get some for all the new shows like Book of Boba Fett, and they keep coming out with them. That would be absolutely great. I would also like to possibly see a Squadrons or Fallen Order or Battlefront DLC with Iden and stuff. That would just be super fun to me. I'd really, really like to see that. Now, the final thing I actually want to cover, too, is round around back to the gunship. So now we know that it's going to have these only 2 figures. Now, sadly, this means that it's probably not going to be minifigure scale. Now, if it were to be figure scale, obviously it would be more around the $200 range, unless they really detailed this thing up, like absurdly detailed, with a figure scale type thing. So we know for a fact it's going to be an oversized model. It's not going to work in mocks and stuff, which is the part I was most disappointed about. I wanted this to be a thing where you could just put it in any mock and it would work just fine, but it looks like that's not going to be the case. Now, my personal advice to everyone watching is to save up. You gotta save up for this summer. Coming out in August, we have all this wave. If you want to get most or if not all the Clone Wars sets, it's going to set you back about $550. And they're going to be very hard to get, so you all better be in preparation mode, because this is time to prepare for this new wave. $550, start saving, start doing whatever you need to. I know I have started a separate account to save into, save your gift cards, and prioritize what you need the most. But with that said, I hope you guys all enjoyed. Please remember to like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the other things, and I will see you all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.
So then everyone's like, oh, we're gonna try to cancel Ryan because he bullied me one time or whatever. Like, there's this one kid that I hate, and I just was like,
we're playing Among Us, right? Among Us. I don't think you've ever played it, but you can go in that game. Me and Sans will play that game, and we will just like really ham it up for the sense of the game. And I tell this kid to shut the fuck up. He's being annoying. He won't let me talk or whatever. And they're like, yeah, you can't do like, dude, it's a video game. I'm gonna tell you to shut. We were in electrical. Holly walked in with Derek when I was like, shut up, you're not listening, let me finish talking. You can say that after I finish talking. All right, I walked in electrical, did my task. Alright, anyway, I walked in electrical, did my task. Derek and Holly walked in when I was leaving. I walked back in to check on him. Holly was gone, invented, Derek was dead.
I was already suspicious of Holly, so I'm voting for her.
I don't know why Ash quit.
Because you're literally telling Michael to shut up when he's literally agreeing with you. Like, you're being so disrespectful.
I was